So I'm back here with my 68 Falcon. This is my daily driver car. I know it's 58 years old now, but honestly it's actually the most fuel efficient car I've got. This is my daily driver. It's super reliable. I love driving the car. Anyway, I've covered that in other videos, but what I'm doing today is I'm going to be changing the headlights out to something different. These are the original halogen style or halogen headlights. Your normal round headlight. Honestly, I don't actually have a problem with them. They are, they light up fine at night for me. They work fine. I don't really have an issue, but I do have the problem I have is other drivers. So a couple of things. First of all, the signal lights for this car are down here, kind of hidden inside the bumper. They're kind of dim. They're not great. And of course, being 68, there was no daytime running lights. I'm in Canada. Daytime running lights have been a thing here since 1990, I think. So the problem is, especially on sort of gloomy mornings and things like that, or evenings before you turn your headlights on normally, most people are looking for daytime running lights. I almost had an accident one day driving up the road, and somebody came to the end of the driveway. I was driving up, and then they just pulled out right in front of me, and I swerved around them, and I stomped on the four-wheel drum brakes, and I was able to not get in an accident, but it was close, because everybody these days is used to looking for daytime running lights. So when they see something coming up the road, they're looking for the lights on the car. That's what they've been trained to do, because every car has daytime running lights, but this does not, obviously. And the other thing is the signal lights are so dim. They're not, I mean, you can kind of see them. They're not great. But again, I had to update my tail lights because people were complaining they couldn't see anything. The tail lights were dim. That's just the way it was back in the 60s. They just, you paid attention when you're driving. When you're driving this car, you pay attention because you have to. You've got, they're not touchy brakes. They're not like, it's just the way that it was back then. You paid attention when you're driving. You've got to shift it because it's a standard shift. All those things. Today, people jump in a car, push a button, and somehow the car magically gets them where they're going. And I don't think they barely even drove it there. It's just kind of, so they're not paying attention anymore is what I'm getting at. So I found these. I'm not actually a huge fan of these. They're okay, I guess. They're an LED, low and high beam. They're meant for, like, I've seen them on Jeeps and things like that, but they should go in here no problem. But the other thing is they have this ring around the outside, and that's white daytime running light. So I've got to hook it up to power somewhere here in the ignition bay when the ignition's on. And the other thing is, if I hook this up, tie this into, well, there's two wires here, right? So one is the daytime running light one, and one is the signal light one. So I tie it into the signal light wire, and then these also become signal lights as well. So that's my plan, and I'll try it out and see how it works. I did check, and the plug that they come with is the standard plug that is in these headlights, so that's just a matter of unplugging and plugging in the headlight, and the headlights will work. That's not the issue. It's the other tying in I got to do. So let's get on with it and see what it takes. Removing these is a fairly simple process on these cars. It's really just 4 screws here. Take off this trim piece. One of which is missing. For a car this old, I know that this has been, probably every inch of this car has been worked on at some point. But All the bolts and screws seem to come out pretty easy. Then it's just a matter of loosening these three around this trim thing. Look at that, a wasp nest. Active wasp nest. See, I got some friends that are building a nest here. It comes right out. And we just unplug that. And you all can get out of there. Okay, so I found a ignition source wire, like literally off the ignition here, and that's a keyed power. I don't think these LEDs take too much, and I've run that both sides. Anyway, I'm going to flick on the ignition, see if the LED works or if I screwed anything up. Can't tell, but I think it's on. I believe it's on. Anyway, I'll keep going and we'll get the signal lights in. This is a take two because that obviously didn't work last time because, you know what? The headlight wasn't plugged in, so it wasn't grounded. So let's see now what happens. Hard to say. I'm an idiot. The car has to be running for those things to work. Now, in real life, they don't flicker like they look like they are in camera. Yeah, that's just the camera making that flicker, but the car actually has to be running for those to work, which is fine. So that part's great. Looks like I'm going to need a couple holes in each one to bring the wires through. I can't get to that one, which is the headlight one. And I need them to be over on the side here. Oh. Maybe about there. Okay, I'm dumb. I don't have to drill holes at all, and I didn't. So, but because there's an opening right here, I think I can get through with these lights, and I can. This is the adjustment screw, the side-to-side adjustment screw. So I'm going to try that. I don't hate that. That's actually nice and bright. Yep, compared to the actual signal light, which is, if you can see it down there. Pretty significant difference. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's a pretty simple upgrade to do. I had to splice into the signal wires, which were literally right there, pretty easy on this car. And I had to find some switched ignition power for the running lights. But that wasn't hard. That was right on the solenoid, was right there. So yeah, these, by the way, I'm not going to link them in the description. You guys can find them. I don't really care. But they were like 50 bucks Canadian for a pair of them. They plugged right in. Work perfectly fine. We'll see how bright they are at night. But you know, that wasn't really my major concern. My major concern was this kind of signaling outside to other cars. So anyway, happy with that. Thanks for watching.